Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. What am I doing? I'm still half asleep. Let's start this video over. To start doing that, which is great. So it's getting close, man.
Take
I know that's not
easy. Walk with a light step, baby. Catch a breezy.
I thought I was clear.
Live amongst the life forms in your day.
The no kings protest.
A good piece
Maybe
of
not these ones. These ones are probably.
Understand the mind of a leaf.
They had 3 sons.
Swim around
then,
till the fish float out of the socket in your skull.
It is Sunday. Squeaky brakes. Go through the debris field. All right, it's Sunday, about 11 a.m. And so the video I was going to publish today was my Friday afternoon video, and it was a decent video, but my camera settings were all messed up, so I don't know what happened. They were like on a crazy screen ratio, like 4:3. It was 25 frames per second, and it was what else was weird about it? Oh, and there was no stabilization, so it was this strange long, like square long video, and the bike was bouncing all over the place. It was a total disaster. So, oh shoot, man. We're gonna have to wait. So there's 2 turn lanes right here. So I'm not too sure how we're gonna do this with no crosswalk. No turn on red. Go, go, go. I'm gonna jump in front of this car. So we're starting out here on Memory Lane. And we're gonna ride to my house. So since I don't have any footage, this is something that I do often, but I usually don't. I don't always share the footage. But since we don't have any videos, we're gonna go ahead and just film the ride. So we're now entering Floral Park. We're on the fringe. This says Morrison Park, named after Jim Morrison, probably not. It's pretty hot out already, or warm. It's about 75. So yeah, we're gonna go down here Memory Lane, then we're gonna take Flower Street to Santa Clara. And since we haven't been on the Santiago Creek Trail in a while, we're gonna go hit that. It's a beautiful day for a ride. So welcome to my channel, Orange County Commuter. So the station is officially monetized now, which doesn't mean we're making money, but it means we're on the pathway to start doing that, which is great. So the way that things look for me is, you know, I might have to get a second job or get another job that's going to keep up with inflation. So I support a family of 5, and it's become increasingly difficult. I mean, we do okay, but it's just not enough. So hopefully I can start making some better content, get more views, and bring some revenue in. So just know, by watching these videos, you are helping support the channel, and so I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys that make comments and likes and have subscribed over the last however long, whether you're new or old or whatever. I really appreciate it. And now we're gonna find out if this is a lucrative way to subsidize the income, which isn't why I do it. The reason why I started doing this was I got tired of commuting, and then I sold my car, and I was so tired of it, I started doing Metrolink, and then I realized, then I got an e-bike to ride to the Metrolink station, and ended up riding my bike the whole way one day and realized what an easy ride this was. And in hunting for an e-bike, I came across a lot of YouTube channels, e-bike review channels, which is what inspired me to start filming. I do also have memberships, which I don't really push because I don't really have any ideas to make it beneficial to a subscriber to subscribe, you know what I mean? It would only just be more videos just like this. So, and I feel like, running ads on the channel is what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'll do it all, but I don't have a problem running the ads and making a little bit of money off of YouTube, and then obviously hopefully gaining the attention of e-bike manufacturers. Once the channel, I start getting better making better content, getting more views, maybe we'll be able to grow the channel in that way. Where I think we're kind of at the point that I either need to get really creative with the content and still maintain the integrity of the channel. I present my videos in an authentic way. I'm not an actor. I don't go out of my comfort zone to try to get views. I just do what I do, And for instance, like, I'm very close to that protest in Santa Ana right now, and I thought, wow, man, I could get a hell of a lot of views if I go there and record these protests, And I'm not saying I never will do things like that, because, I think people want to see what's going on as well. But I thought about it, and I'm not going to ever do anything that I don't feel comfortable doing in that moment, and the way I feel about things can change moment to moment, maybe if it was the right night, I would have gone and done it, but I was just like, I felt like I belong with my family, and that's what was important to me last night, and so that's what I chose to do. I just chose to stay home. I didn't go out on a ride. and figured I'd make some footage today. Now, people ask me, hey, can you go get footage of the protests in Santa Ana? I would probably go do it, but maybe we're tired of seeing that, you know? Maybe we're tired of all the wars and the protests and all that. Maybe we just want a place where we can escape for a little while. So I haven't been through here in a while. Feels like a while. Maybe it was last week. I don't know. I can't really remember. But I'm used to going through here several times a week. So we're now on the Santiago Creek Trail, heading toward. We just went through Santiago Park. Now we're heading into Hart Park. We've gone 3.5 miles so far. We have 4,574 miles on the Windhorse. So it's getting close, man. I know that's not a lot of miles, but it's definitely getting close to having to come up with another bike idea soon. We can get, I have my son's Mac Fox. For an emergency, I have the G1 gravel bike, but yeah, I've been talking a lot about getting a bike. I'm always gonna be talking about getting bikes, even though, right, it's usually just a pipe dream, which is fine because that's where manifestation begins, is with intention, visualization. So I'm really thinking like, I'm always talking about wanting to go faster and further, and suspension would be important too. But then it's like, I don't know, as soon as you start investing like a ton of money in a bike, it becomes kind of stressed, I feel like, when I pay $1,000 for a bike and then it pays for itself in 6 months by saving money on gas and car insurance and car payments, that's a good feeling, because I'm not really, I've already paid for the bike, or the bike's paid for itself, and its demise isn't as consequential as it would be if I were to buy like a $2,000 bike or something. But a higher end bike, not a higher end bike, but what I'm really looking at a lot is the Expedition 2, the electric Expedition, which it's a very long bike. It's a cargo bike, but the upgrades they made to it are really, it's really nice, has front suspension. All the accessories you can get on it are pretty awesome, So I picture something like that I can go get groceries on. Maybe even take my daughter for a ride on it. I don't know if doing like Grubhub or something else like that on it would be good. That'd be a good thing to be able to get. I know those types of food delivery channels really seem to get a lot of views. Then plus I'd be making money doing that too. I just want to avoid like getting a second like job, because that's really gonna like that's gonna really disrupt the family, which I know I've brought that up a lot lately, but that's just the reality of where I'm at right now. But I definitely feel blessed every day that I'm out here on this bike. We'll be getting into some hotter weather soon. "15 minutes. Just taking it easy, y'all. Yeah. So we're staying at the hotel still. It's getting pretty it's getting pretty crazy. I love staying in a hotel, you know, but it's not it's definitely not cheap. So it's gonna get pretty interesting pretty soon. But you know, the TV's old school, so I've been telling the kids, like, this is what it was like, you know, watching TV in the 90s, you know, because yeah, there's no, it doesn't even tell you what channel you're on. I mean, they have like a little reference guide on one of the channels where you can see which channel is which number, but by the time you start flipping through the channels, you're gonna, I forget what number I'm looking for, you know. So, and there's commercials. You can't pause it. You can't, you know, you can't rewind it. So I just channel surf, you know, and it's kind of cool. I've been watching reruns of Ridiculousness with Rob Diedrich, and those are pretty funny. And of course, I've been watching a lot of news, a lot of KCal, and that's about it. I haven't really watched any YouTube. Well, no, that's not true. I've been listening to some UFO podcasts, of course. I guess I could do that. I could combine, oh, I went the wrong way. That's all right. I could combine UFOs and e-bikes. All right. Today's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We've got some, make sure nobody's behind me. Let's see what we got here. Looks like we have some profanity up here. I don't know if you can see it. Huh. Interesting. Oh wow, looks like somebody's doing some good artwork. I'll have to check that out next time. I missed that. All right, so this is kind of old school. One of the gypsies that travel this highway here. So somebody's set up a little batting cage over here. Not something I'd expect to see down on the creek. Interesting. Well, there's homeless encampments down here, but I don't think that guy's homeless. He literally brought yeah, whatever it's called. Let's go ahead and continue this way. We got 20 minutes on the road so far. So I'll have to decide which way I'm gonna head back. I'm not too sure at this point. Maybe we'll go to, so our choices are Walnut / Orangewood, Chapman. We can come back on this route. I'm trying to think if there's any. I had a video recently on Walnut, I think, but that's probably the fastest way is Walnut to Santa Ana River, but it's also probably not the, I don't know, we'll see. We can go through downtown Orange. We can ride Chapman, downtown Orange. We could go, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so part 1 of this video is over in 20 minutes, so we have plenty of time. So we're gonna wanna make an hour-long video. All right, we're back. Part 2. Pacifico bottle in the bike lane. So I did have a video last week from downtown Santa Ana after the first night of protests, and it's just a lot of, I think I made it short, but I didn't try to like highlight any keywords like protests or anything like that. Just had a little bit of footage of the National Guard around the Federal Building in downtown and some graffiti, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go get a Monster. I'll probably drink it while I'm riding. A lot of times I'll just hammer it, and that way it's not in the way of the footage when I'm riding. But I don't want to take too long, so I'll probably drink it while I'm riding. Let's go ahead and cut through here. Oh, that's cool. So I was wondering, like, that's what you mean, you never know what's going on, you know? Like I could have got frustrated with that driver coming this way, but why get frustrated? And then when he's driving by, kid looked like he was probably 13, riding with his dad, learning how to drive. So it's probably pretty intimidating going through all these cars. Sorry about the brakes. I guess I could clean them. The brakes and the chain sound pretty rugged. I need to do a little maintenance. Taqueria Hoy. So these guys have a massive warehouse in Santa Ana that I've been by a few times. I think I've pointed it out a couple times. But they do catering as well. So it looks like they bring supplies for this restaurant from over there, but I don't know how many branches they have. All right, let's get that. It's money time. Oh, there we are. There we are in our Sunday get up. All right, let's roll out. Ooh. Oh, one-handed off the curb, dodged the car. Oh. Have faith in Jesus, it says. All right, let's see if we can get across this street. Guess we'll have to go to that crosswalk like a normal person. This car's turning in. Yeah, I'll try to drink this fast so it's not so obnoxious. Squeaky brakes. Coming in hot. That business right there, Hoots Wings, that little store right there. I've seen, I don't know how, it's probably been since I've lived here, probably 6 different restaurants in that spot. And no business seems to last right there. It's crazy. I don't understand. I guess I mean, you would think it would be a good location because it's on the corner, but I think it's like, it's just a hassle. I don't know what it is. I don't know, like the first business that was in there was it was a sub sandwich place. What the heck is the name of that sandwich spot? It's a sandwich spot that has like, they're always teamed up, maybe Togo's? They're always teamed up with Baskin Robbins. So it was a Baskin Robbins / sandwich shop. And that was there for quite some time. Then I think it's a couple of hamburger joints tried to make it. Now that the wings place tried to make it. No luck. As John Hicks would say, unlucky. Oh, let's ride through under these jacaranda trees. Wow, this is beautiful right here, guys and girls. Wow, very beautiful. The joys, the little subtle joys of e-biking. I like these old olive trees too. I bet you they're old. So if you're going to do a lot of riding one-handed on an e-bike with 4-inch tires, that have like street tread, or not street tread, but off-road tread on them, it's not very stable. Somebody had brought that up in the comments. So what I would do is if you lock your front suspension, it's a little easier. Because on these budget e-bikes, the front suspension is not, there's no control mechanism for the spring back. It's literally just a spring popping back, you know. It's not it's not really absorbing it. It's just bouncy, you know. But you guys probably know that already. I guess we could do a test. I should have done a test. Jacarandas everywhere. Oh, look, a couple e-bikes. Super 73. Oh, illegal turn. He turned left. He's not supposed to. The top bird's not squirting any water out. I wonder if it's supposed to. Can't remember. You would think so. How many years old is this thing? I'm sure it says somewhere. Oh, right here, let's see. The original fountain stood in the center of the plaza from 1887 to 1937. 1887, this thing was made. Oh my God, my chain sounds terrible. What is going on? Wow, look at that. You know what we missed? We missed the May Day parade. Can't believe it. My car just ran the red light behind me. I thought I was clear. Go. Downtown Orange. Yeah, good try. Danger zone. All right, so it looks like we're taking Chapman. I got to do a better job in calling out the streets. I always assume everybody knows where I'm riding, but I think most of the people that watch the channel, they're not from around here, not from around these parts. The dog walker. Sunday. How do we evade the foreboding of Monday? Guess we do it with the e-bike ride. Feels so nice out though right now. Okay, so maybe we should go down Main. Let's go down Main. We'll go back the same way we're gonna go back the same way we got here. I don't feel like dealing with the freeway and all that stuff over there. And we have plenty of footage of the Santa Ana River. We're gonna have more this week. So today, this week, I'll try to spend more time on the that side of town, I guess, and explore some. It's mostly residential unless you ride on Bristol, or if you're going like further on the cross streets. There's a lot going on, but I'll get on the right side of the street here. So we'll take Main all the way to Santa Clara. And we'll take Santa Clara through Floral Park again, Flower Street, Memory Lane. I better check my phone, make sure. It's a good old classic Orange County commuter ride right here. But I'm kind of tired of waiting here though. That's the only issue I'm having right now. And I have to wait again. Ugh. But do I? I don't think I have to wait anymore. I'm sure that, so I saw some footage on, there was a live feed downtown Santa Ana last night, which is what made me think about going out there. There's a lot of people out there. They even had the helicopter, the news helicopter flying over. And Looked pretty chill though. Looked like quote peaceful protest. Not a huge that I saw. There wasn't a huge police presence. I mean, it looked like they had some lines, like National Guard had some lines formed. I don't know if it got out of control or not. But I'm sure it's a mess, you know. We're just gonna go, man. I don't know, let me know what you think. Would you like, if you had the opportunity to go film history, the No Kings protest in the, what's the name of Santa Ana, the county seat of Orange County, would you have gone? I think the deciding factor was my son's intuition when he said, "Don't go down there, Dad." Is like, he said it's dangerous, and I was like, that's when I was like, he's right, you know. That. All right, it's getting warm. So it's probably closer to 80 now. So we went to the block last night. So if you're not familiar with the block, or they call it the outlets at Orange, we call it the block. They used to have the Vans, the Vans store was there, and it was the Vans skate park was at the block. So there's been tons of filming there for I don't know how many years. But they closed the skate park down a while back. I don't know how long ago. I lose track of time. I would say at least a year ago. And then they moved the Vans store to another building. And now they're remodeling the old Vans skate park to a Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Nobles. So that's really cool. So we just passed the old Barnes & Nobles that had a fire. Somebody set it on fire from the inside. And they just never recovered, I guess. I don't know if I'm not too sure exactly why they didn't just clean it up and then put Barnes & Nobles back in there, but they didn't. So that was several years ago. Probably 3 or 4 years ago, 3 years ago. We love Barnes & Nobles, so it's pretty cool that they're putting one inside at the block. Going over the 5 freeway. look at this guy's mountain bike, Santa Cruz. Dang. Uh-oh, I see a giant wasp buzzing around this palm tree right now. All right, here we go. So I don't know if any of these side streets here end up where we're going. This one looks like it has some curvature to it. Let's see. What's the name of this? Bonnie Bray. Let's see. Pretty nice. So these houses here are probably, I don't know how much these houses are. Millions. Maybe not these ones. These ones are probably 1.5, 2. Wow, look at this one. Let's trip out on that. Smell fire though. Look at that. Those houses are pretty nice. Like it. Like the bricks. Yeah, I smell something's burning. Smells like a dry field on fire is what it smells like. And the reason why I know what dry fields smell like when they're burning is because I was a very close witness to many fires when I was young. So I grew up out in the country, and I had some neighbors, 2 sets of neighbors, and let's check out this park real quick. I think I'm gonna bring my daughter over here later. Let's check it out real quick. Oh yeah, we're gonna come out here. Let's drive out here. This little log cabin. Oh wow, look at this. It's a whole fire pit. Wow, I didn't realize this park was this big. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a picnic over here. Look at that old stone. Have an old stone staircase going down to the creek. Wow. Oh, let's see. How much time do we have? Oh, we have plenty of time. Plenty of time for diversion. Yeah, we really need to get our hands on some bolt cutters, guys. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that. It's unfortunate that we can't trespass. Yeah, this park is awesome. So I'm gonna show my daughter this video and she's gonna wanna come here for sure. And there's nobody here. It's just surprising. I guess it is a little warm. Hi. How's it going? Monarch butterfly. Heck yeah. So anyway, yeah, when I was growing up out in the country, oh wait, let's read this plaque and then I'll tell my story here. Jack Fisher Park, February 23rd, 1899. Dedicated August 1933. Jack Fisher. So basically, Jack Fisher was a war hero out of Santa Ana. He was in World War I, went to a bunch of different battles there, got injured. Ended up becoming an artist and cartoonist for the Santa Ana Register. So he lost a seriously wounded. So he was seriously wounded, and then after he became a cartoonist, he organized the Santa Ana chapter of the Disabled American Veterans. All right, anyway, I don't want to bore you guys here. I wasn't going to read that whole thing, no. So look at these old pillars. I love old rock work like this. 1899. So the park was dedicated to him in 1933. So that's when it became Jack Fisher Park. But anyway, so I had these neighbors. So I was young. We moved to this. We had basically like a farm that I grew up on, and then we moved out of that house. And I don't know how many acres we had, 3 or 4 acres at least. With we had steer. We had steer and hogs and all kinds of stuff like that. My parents were from the city, and they moved to the country to get out of the city. So I was born in Pomona, and we had a house in West Covina, and I guess things were getting crazy out there, so they wanted to get out of the city life, so they sold their house and moved to the country. So then after I don't know how old I was when I moved out of that house, probably like 5 or 6, and then moved into another house that was on like an actual regular block, but it was still in the country. And we had these neighbors. I don't know if I should say what their names were, but yeah, I'll say it. The Schwegases was one set of neighbors, and they had 3 sons, and then they were everybody was older than me. I don't know how much older they were. My brother was 5 years older than me. They were at least his age and a little bit older. So let's just say I was 5, my brother was 10, and they were around 11 or 12. And then there was another set of brothers that lived across the street, down the road from us and the Schwegases, and they were the Bloodsaws. And man, these kids were like, none of us, our parents were all worked, so none of us had any parental, our parents were always gone, so we were always at each other's houses, wandering around the countryside, and just getting into trouble. But one of them, I won't say which family they were from, and I won't say what their first name was, but one of them well, two of them. One of them from the Schwegases, one of them from the Bloodsaws, loved fire. And I can remember, like, that's when I learned about playing with matches and making fires. Like, so I never caught anything crazy on fire, but my first experience of a big fire was I was with one of the kids, and he had this jar, a big giant, like, you know, those big 1 gallon jars, and he had stuffed a bunch of dry grass into it. So there's fields everywhere where the grass is like 2 feet high, you know, out in the country, out in Terabella. So he filled up this jar with dry grass, and then it was like under this tree. It was like the shade of this tree in the middle of this field, and he started striking matches and putting them in the jar, and then the jar caught on fire, of course, like all the dry grass, and then the fire started getting bigger and bigger, and then the glass container broke because of the heat, and then it caught the grass on fire underneath us and burnt like a huge section of this field, but it was like plowed out around it, so it didn't burn down the whole field because it was plowed in some sections, so it just burned like a huge area. And no fire trucks came on that one. But then the dude from the other, down further from the Bloodsaws, he caught a whole field on fire. Like, I don't know how many acres, but it was behind his house, and he did it intentionally, I was told. But a huge, like 3-acre field, 4-acre field on fire, the whole thing. He burnt the whole thing. And it was like fire trucks came from all over to try to put it out. So that's my experience with fires. There's more too. One of them actually set a friend of mine's backyard on fire. Anyway, crazy stories. Thanks for watching my video. And we'll catch you on the next one, y'all.